Hey, nature journalers. I'm Kate. I'm a nature journaling educator and practitioner. And today I'm going to talk through and demo a few of the mark making tools that I include in the basic kit and are also my primary mark making tools for my personal practice. So first off is a mechanical pencil. I like this one specifically. It's a .07 millimeter number 2 from Bic. I buy them in bulk, so at that point they're about 25 cents each. And I like a mechanical pencil for a couple reasons. One is it's got a nice range from lights to kind of nice velvety darks. The second is it's a great writing implement, so you can just write really easily with it. And third, because it's mechanical, you don't have to sharpen it, which keeps us from having pencil shavings in the environment or the trouble of taking them home with you. And also it keeps its kind of regular tips, so you don't need to constantly be wearing it down and sharpening it. Now, there's a few things it won't do. It won't do like a nice kind of smooth gradient line or fill like a sharpened pencil will, but I think that's okay. I think it just more than makes up for it in convenience. I like the Bic because you can recharge the graphite by just pressing on the back. It's a one-handed action, so it doesn't take like twisting or other fiddling. And again, although I don't like plastic in the environment, you can refill this, so it's a pretty good tool. It has a nice slide to it. The graphite's pretty smooth, and it has a nice kind of gestural flicker to it if you want to do that. So that's my pencil of choice. Moving on to the pen of choice. This is a black brush pen. It's by Tombow, and this one is a Fudenosuke. It's a hard tip, which is important because a hard tip makes it easier to write with. So it's got a nice, thick kind of black line and writes pretty well, which means you don't have to switch back and forth between a writing and a drawing pen. You can get a deeper line by pressing hard. And also it does a fairly nice fill. This one's a little bit worn out, so it's not quite as dark as a new one. But you can get a lot of really lovely kind of gestural lines with it. And this is my pen of choice. Another good thing about this pen is you can watercolor over it and it doesn't bleed through. So this comes in a set of 20, about 25 bucks each for the set. So it's about $1.25 each, which is pretty cost effective. Unfortunately, it's not refillable. There are some brush pens that are refillable, but they don't have quite as hard a tip. So they don't work for me for writing as well. And then the third mark maker is a gray marker. It's a gray highlighter. This one's made by Zebra. It's a midliner. And this is handy because for a couple reasons. One is it's double-ended, so there's a bullet point to it, which is pretty good for making just regular dots. It has a nice gray, good coverage. Again, you can watercolor over this. And then the other side includes a chisel tip, which is good for a nice value fill. So there is some striping if you overlap it, but overall it can give you a really nice fill. You can go over this a couple times and get a darker value. After about 2 times or so, it starts to bleed through. So that's about what the regular paper saturation will give you. But this is a nice gestural type of pen. It kind of fades away in the background if you use it. You can use it to add dimension really easily, so you can make something look a little bit raised up. If you want to give a little bit more of shadow or shade, and you can make things look like they're lifting up off the page with a little bit of a drop shadow. So it's a nice everyday kind of utility pen. I use it a lot in my practice. So those are the 3 pens, and happy nature journaling.